Gail and Mike. Back in 2017, we bought a boat. She needed a little bit of work, which Mike mostly did. This is the hatch cover being cut out, and lots of other minor and some major repairs along the way. Lots of electrical, adding an inverter, the list goes on and on. But we managed to make a lot of tracks and see a lot of really cool things in Happy Time. We have had such a lovely time on the boat and so many sunrises and sunsets. Just being out on the water is just amazing. And of course, we have seen such cool wildlife, a lot that we have not gotten pictures of, whales and porpoises, but the ones we have been so cool, and the baby seal tops them all in my mind. Here's a lovely trip we took to Canada.
Total concentration there. Man. Wow. Not a problem.
And of course, all the lovely meals. Food just tastes better when you're eating it on the water. And everything just looks prettier, even on a gray Pacific Northwest day. Those bridges are amazing. The lakes are amazing. And of course, getting to hang out with family and friends. It's just been a really special time. Hey everybody, I'm pretty excited to announce that we have a bigger, older boat announcement coming soon. But in the meantime, I wanted to do a tour of our inspiration boat, Happy Time. It is the inspiration for this channel. And we are selling her right now, so sad about that. We've had her for 4 years. She's a very good boat, and we've had a lot of fun. But we made a rather spur-of-the-moment decision to get a bigger boat, and so I'll tell you about that later. But in the meantime, I'll give you a big tour of Happy Time, and you can see what a lovely boat she is. All right, let's take a look. All right, so here is Happy Time boat in our yard. It's a lovely spring day, a bit cloudy. And she is a 4 winds 258 Vista. She is 26 feet long. And you can see this great swim platform. It's really big. Has made it much easier to dock, and although you'd never know from all the screaming, oh wait, not screaming, all the tense words that Mike and I say to each other while docking and launching. It's always a little fraught. It's always a little tense. It's a tough time, but we're not the only ones. I know that. So you can see down here trim tabs, and the outdrive has the OMC outdrive. It sits in our driveway. It's challenging to get it in this spot. It's a little tight. And our HOA requires us to have a fence across the front of it. So it has to come in through the gate, and it's interesting sometimes. So we'll take a look at the front real quick. So here's the bow with the trailer. She is a big boat going down the road, but once we get out on the Puget Sound, she's pretty tiny. So it will be nice to have a little bigger boat. So, but she's very pretty. She's been very well taken care of. So, all right, let's go look at the inside. All right, here we go through the back door and into the main cabin. So we have a bench seat in the back here with a small table that we have added in. That table's been great. It's where we eat most of our meals. It's just big enough for 2 of us, and it's been really fun. That's the engine compartment down below there. You can see the latches for that. I won't pull that up and show you, but they pull up right here, and obviously have to take the bench seat down and table down, and it's a little tight to walk by there with the engine compartment open. So then the helm has a seat that has a reversible back, which is nice. So you can sit up against the table here. Or when we're underway, we can both sit here, or even three of us sit here, so we can see what we're doing. So it has a nice view out the front. It's pretty easy to see out of. There's this nice bimini top. We replaced the front panel, and because the plastic was a little faded, and that's been really nice just to be able to see out of everything. Has one windshield wiper, which is a little annoying, and then that middle window there is how you crawl out and get on the bow, which is what I do when I pull the fenders in when we're underway. So Mike put in a new steering wheel and made that new dash panel. It is very pretty. So just modernized everything, put in all new gauges, new little backdrop for the dash. It's very nice looking setup. He also added that compartment down there, a little glove box, if you will, and made use of that space. And I believe he added this little compartment as well. I'll have to ask him about that. I'm not sure if he added that one or if it was already in. But there's definitely some unused space on this boat in the kind of the gunnel areas where there could be storage, and there's not. So that's where the gunnels, fenders, lines. So pretty straightforward there. And then we go down below. Okay, first thing you see coming down is the panel. So Mike enhanced this and added stereo and some gauges, made it much nicer looking and much more functional. Added an inverter, so that's been really nice when we're off-grid. We can actually go off-grid up to about 4 days. The water tends to be the limiting factor. We only have 20 gallons, so we tend to run out of dishwashing, hand washing water. Then here's our little galley. So we come down the stairs. So it's tight quarters. It's a little hard to film in here. But we come down the stairs into the galley. And it's very compact, but it works. Little sink, little 1-burner alcohol stove, which does pretty well. It takes a while to heat up. It's something to get used to for sure. Little fridge and a standard little fridge. Some storage under here, not a bad size storage. Some storage up here, which is really nice, although it is behind the stove, so when you're cooking it's a little limited access to it. But overall, for this size of galley, not too bad. Mike added this cabinet with a paper towel holder, some like bottle holders. We replaced the microwave, and then he put the shelf over the top too, so that's nice. That actually increased our storage by quite a bit. So, all right, and just to the right of the galley is the dining area slash bow berth or forward berth. So the table comes down, fills in the middle, cushion goes on top, and it makes about close to a queen size bed. It's not quite, because it is a little narrow at the top. And we have tried sleeping with our head down at this end, but we both felt like we were just slightly leaning back, and we didn't like going downhill with our heads. So again, some nice storage. You'll see these right here. Nice storage in there. And then underneath each of these cushions on the left and right is a whole big storage compartment. So we actually had no problem fitting all of our stuff in for about 4 or 5 days at a time. Has a nice forward hatch. We did replace the cover on that. It was kind of cracked and crazed, and we replaced that. And we added a TV. Used to be a mirror there. All right, then turning around. All right, now we'll look at the head a single head in here. It's a little tight. There's toilet, sink, little compartment, and shower. It is a wet head, so it's all in one. And then the kitchen tabletop can also go there up against the wall. There's a little place for it. So they've crammed a lot in a small space. They probably could have utilized the space underneath the sink a little better, put some more storage in, but it's all right. Been happy to have our own bathroom when we're out on the water. All right, and here is the other berth. This is I guess the midship berth. Pretty straightforward. There's a hanging locker next to it, and then the midship berth is about maybe, here we go. Probably a double size bed. It's a little cozy with 2 people, but it works. And then there's a big storage compartment here that housed all of our extra tools and parts, or tools and extra parts. There's also storage underneath here. There's a big locker right here that has a lot of room for extra anchors and lines and whatever. Another little one here. So there's a little bit of storage underneath the step here. That's where the heater lives. So that is the tour. There's a little port window there that goes out underneath the seat. So it's nice to get a little fresh air down here. All right, so that was the full tour of Happy Time. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.